You clicked on this video because you're at least entertaining the idea of moving to a new country and studying there. You might have been like me, where I was clueless on where to start, or you might have already been overwhelmed by all the information out there. Well, either or, you have come to the right place, my friend, because by the end of this video, yes you, will be well on your way to applying to those programs and making such a dream your new reality. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Savannah, but internet I go by Savvy C, and welcome back to the Savvy C Scoop. Today's video is all about one of my most frequently asked questions in DMs, comments, texts from people, etc. asking me, hey Savannah, I want to study psychology in France, I want to study physical therapy in London, I want to go to Prague for a semester, but I just don't know where to start. What did you do? What should I do? So this video is just hopefully gonna be a great push and a step for you to take that first step to action. I just finished my first semester of graduate school in Paris. I am getting my master's in global communication at the American University of Paris, and the 15th of January will mark 4 months of me being here. So I don't know too much. I'm still very much new here and learning along the way, but I do know about just the starting process and how difficult it can be to start. But once you start, once you take that first step of action, it gets a lot easier, and the traction will build. So stick around and we'll get into it. So I'm gonna really break this down. So this first step you're gonna hear be like, okay, duh, but I'm really gonna break it down for you guys so this becomes just as easy as possible. First up, decide on the country to live in, or decide on a region. So for me, it was Paris. It was Paris. It wasn't Marseille. It wasn't Bordeaux. It wasn't Lyon. It wasn't Normandy. It was Paris. It was Paris, France. You might like Western Europe. You might want to explore Eastern Africa. You might be looking at Southeast Asia. If you can't have a specific country in mind right now, at least look at regions and then narrow down from there. Then from there, after you pick your country and or region, then think about what you want to study. Unlike the schools in America, I can only speak to that. I'm an American citizen, so I can only speak to that. But in America, you can kind of go to a school and it's kind of like a catch-all of multiple disciplines on one campus, but it's not the same for at least France, and I want to say that's pretty common throughout European countries. It is very segregated by discipline. So it's like if you are here for art history, or if you're here for politics, political science, whatever, you will be on two different, completely different schools and different campuses. You will not be on the same place. So narrow down to your interests. Don't just say like, oh, I'm just here for the good vibes. Really come in knowing, are you humanities? Are you science? Know what you are coming in. Then next, find schools which fit within your niche, which fit within your passion, what you're looking at. Again, schools in Europe, particularly in France, that I can speak to my experience being here, have specialty and dial in on that. So if you're looking at fashion, look at fashion schools. Art history, art schools. Journalism, look at those schools. You get my drift. You catch my drift. Find schools that fit your niche and will get you the best bang for your buck, best program, best experience, world-class professors, great curriculum, etc. For those who are applying here either for a semester abroad or undergraduate, first time in college, university setting, I say keep your applications at 10 absolute max. I say make 10 schools your absolute max. That is kind of a lot, especially if you gotta pay for each application. But I think 10 is a solid number just to stop at, because you have to just cap it off, because after you apply, you're just gonna blend them all together and you really can't give your best in each application. You'll kind of just copy and paste, and it'll just be sloppy. And then for my fellow grad students, I say limit it to 5 schools. Again, so you can really just give adequate attention to each application, each school, so it's not rushed. And again, general copy and paste, Command C, Command V. Then next, after you dialed in on the school, picked an area you're interested in, picked a region you're interested, then go to that school's website immediately. Go to their admissions page, go to social media pages, which, I'm sure now that's pretty much standard for schools. Maybe they're not as active, but check it out at least. And when you're on their admissions page, just get a feel for the school. Particularly look for what their student population is currently like and the students they're looking for. For me, when I was looking at AUP, I was just looking for what they look for in their graduate students, what their current and past graduate students were up to, the program offerings, who makes up the school, the demographics of students, and then most importantly, what they're looking for in the application, and if what I bring to the table, my background, my interests, matches up with that. So make sure you look for that. Then from there, look at the dates and the deadlines. This is kind of, the number one thing, but you have to get to it first. That's why it's fourth on the list. But look at dates, look at deadlines, write those down immediately. Write it in your phone, Google Calendar, notes, in your agenda, whatever, set alarms, whatever you need to do to remind yourself about the dates and the deadlines. Particularly look out for schools that offer early action, early decision, or maybe if you apply by a certain time, you'll be considered for financial aid packages, scholarship packages. Always the earlier the better, so just keep that in mind so you can just get your application in as soon as possible. And then also, more than likely, the quicker you apply, the faster you'll hear back too. So it's just a win-win either or. And then after you look at that, you have the dates down, you have, an idea of what the school is looking for, then really get a feel of the people. I've learned time and time again that, a campus can be beautiful. It can be in a city like Paris. It can have, the number one program or a top 10 program. It can have whatever world-class professors, great people, I don't know, a good party school, whatever, superficial or concrete things you look for in a school. But the people on that campus will make or break your time there. I am telling you, that is the people you are going to be around, who you're going to be in classes with, who you get to work with in group projects, who, will be there. However antisocial you are, you will have to interact with people. Ironically, college and just university is really built for extroverted people. So introverts, I don't know what you do. I'm so sorry. I should freshman year, especially in America, freshman year in college, I'm sure you were struggling sometimes. But these are social-based institutions, right? Education, higher education, especially in a virtual level, is a whole other ball game of, really interacting with people and communicating constantly. So you have to just get to know the people and just know that if you can vibe with that and, you can work with those people and if those people reflect your values. So for me and how I found, I said it in another video, AUP is very much a one-of-a-kind place with one-of-a-kind people. They want global explorers from all around the world, and that clicked with me. I have been to 49 states of 50. I've been to various European countries. I love traveling, since I was young, and I just wanted to live abroad and get this experience. So that's why I came to Paris. I felt like it was the best city to, really launch that for me. I wanted a global career based in media. So that worked for me. Now you have to find that for your school. So how to do that? I went about doing that through just going to the head honcho, going to the school. So through admissions counselors, I'd say that's the best place to start. Then from there, looking on social media pages, looking at, I keep saying AUP, that's the only example I can really give, is, our admissions page on Instagram will have student highlights and you can go see them, they have it archived on the page. And they'll have a student, show you their, day in the life, little day in the life story takeover. That's it. Instagram AUP story takeovers. And they'll show you days in the life of the school, what they're about, what they're doing, things like that. Gives you a good sense. Also, too, what was really helpful for me when I was in the States, in Texas, looking to AUP and was really unsure, I went to LinkedIn. LinkedIn became my best friend. I was checking LinkedIn more than Instagram at some point in time. What's great about LinkedIn and what I found and what I really recommend for you to use is that through the search tool, you can put in either your school that you're applying to, or maybe past schools or organizations you've been involved with, and then look for people that overlap of those two areas. So for what I did to start this process was I went to Baylor University in Waco, Texas for undergrad, for college, to compare, and I graduated there this past May. And so I went to my school's page, went to people, and everyone on LinkedIn who has put Baylor in their page in some form or fashion, and also has been involved with AUP and been here in some form or fashion, I was able to find the intersection of those two people and just went through page by page messaging them. And I really urge you to do the same. Now, if you're uncomfortable with that, I totally understand. It's not the easiest thing, again, for introverts. I'm sure that could be a bit scary. It is over online, so it's not, directly like cold calling them, but just a quick message. Be respectful, say hi, Mr. and Mrs. so-and-so. My name is Savannah. I am interested in applying to the American University of Paris. I'm looking at their global communications program. Through LinkedIn, I found that you spent some time at the school. Maybe they got their degree there. They spent some time a semester. I would love to hear your experiences. When are you free to talk, or can you talk in the coming days? And just leave it from there. You would be surprised what you hear back. For me, I was so many people I reached out to, but an overwhelming majority, 90% plus people got back to me and were thrilled. Particularly, for Americans who lived in Europe, they love talking about that time in their lives, especially when it comes to a city like Paris or Rome, London, Munich, wherever. They love talking about that time in their lives. And people talking about themselves is something they don't have to stress about, worry about, rehearse. They can just do it, no problem. So just make sure you just come respectfully and ask, like, hey, how was your experience? What was your time there like? And then just build a rapport from there. For me, I was really, I really lucked out and found people that went to Baylor and were familiar with AUP, or went to AUP, were familiar with the campus. And through them, they were able to introduce me to other people in the school or current students. So I think really that's a great launching pad to just reach out to key people that can, just introduce you to other parts of the campus, other, just people, and again, getting a greater sense of what that school is like, what life is living like there. And two, I would stress in this, try to speak to people who do and don't work for the school, because, an admissions counselor, someone who works for the school, they're paid by the school, right? That's their, that pays the bills, that keeps the lights on, which nothing wrong with that, but you just have to take that with a grain of salt versus a former student or a current student, or I don't know, a parent of a student who went there, whatever. Like, they can give you a brand new perspective that's unbiased and, won't hold anything back. And then last but certainly not least, financial aid. Now, this is the big one. All about the money, all about the Benjamins, baby. You really gotta look at this. Now, again, for a lot of people, if you're like me, this is a bottom line, a deal or no deal, especially in a pandemic. My goodness, coming to Europe, moving to Europe is not an easy feat. And, finances definitely play a role in that. So when it comes to financial aid, again, like admissions, look at their virtual session. Oh, I didn't say that earlier. Go to virtual sessions, look through social media, look through the financial aid website on the school, reach out to people in financial aid and student account services, ask about their scholarship programs, the grants, and two, ask what outside scholarships they do or don't accept. So, even if it's something you can't get within the school, if you can get an outside scholarship, if they accept it, great. Hopefully they do. I feel like I really rarely have heard of schools not accepting outside scholarships, but I'm sure it has happened. Also, two, shouts to Kayla who inspired this. Hey girl, she comes from a military family. She's in the Army herself now. So maybe, you can have a GI Bill, you're military affiliated. Maybe you have dual citizenship. Maybe you're a child of a diplomat. Maybe, I don't know, your legacy of the school. Whatever you got that makes you, use it and ask that to the best of your advantage. Play all the cards you got in your deck, especially when it comes to finances. I know for me at Baylor, I'm only child, so this wouldn't apply to me, but I know if your sibling goes to Baylor, as well as you guys both get like was like a $2,000 scholarship or something fairly significant. So, you never know what's out there. You have not, because you ask not, closed mouths don't get fed. So just ask and think about everything that makes you you in your application as a person, and see how, you can apply that to scholarships, save that money at the end of the day. Then after that, you got your money done, you've gone, you made an impression on admissions counselors, current students, faculty, even staff members. You decided on a school, you looked at a program, you picked a region, you picked a country or a city you're interested in. You have all of that going for you. You are now ready to apply, my friend. Now for the application, again, I can't speak to any other schools other than Baylor University and the other schools I applied to in undergrad, but I only applied to AUP for grad school abroad, overseas. Go to that school's website, hit apply now, fill it out, and do so. I made a video dedicated specifically to the AUP application, so you can check that out for more on that. Again, I can't speak to other schools, but you can check that out if you're interested in applying to AUP. But just hit that apply button. You are ready. You can do this. Again, you clicked on this video because you're interested in it, and I know you can do it. It is scary, but the first step starting is always both the hardest and the scariest, but you can do it. I got you. I believe in you. You should believe in you too. Moving here was the craziest thing I've ever done, but it's been the best thing I've ever done. I've had an amazing 4 months here, even in quarantine, even in lockdown, even with social unrest. I'm still, living here is truly a dream come true, and I want that to happen for you, and you, all of you watching. So just do it. Just go for it. Apply, hit that apply button, hit submit, hit confirm, go for it. The worst thing that can happen is them telling you no. Don't tell yourself no. Don't let them tell you no before you even apply. So, yeah. That is all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more, and just comment down below any more questions you have, or maybe other tips you have for if you've studied abroad yourself or are looking to, you're in the application process, what things helped you, get the ball rolling. I'd love to hear them, share with everyone watching. As always, I am sending my love. Mwah, mwah. See wherever you are in the world where you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Hey guys, one last thing before I close out the video. Just wanted to show you how the LinkedIn process works. I tried doing a screen record on my phone and on my laptop, it wasn't working. So I'm on Baylor's page where I went to college, went to undergrad. I searched the American University here under the alumni tab, the years the website does automatically, and it shows where they live now, where they work, and then they have the profiles themselves. So in real time, you can see people, hey, there's me, LOL, where they have an intersection of being involved with the school or program, maybe your Greek, so fraternity, sorority, whatever, as well as the school you're interested in. Great resource, great tool. This helped me reach out to people and again, just get a feel for the university. So wish you all the best. Thanks for watching again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.